What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One History on None Dare Call It Conspiracy. Man, we've been having a difficult time airing on Facebook. I thought I was off restriction today, but that was not the case. What ended up happening here is they are still blocking me, people. So I don't want to make a conspiracy out of nothing. No pun intended. But the struggle is real, man. It's really hard to actually go ahead and get posted on Facebook these days. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to get off the point here. We have our resident co-host on the air with me today, none other than T-City. What's going on, sir? How you doing, brother?
What's good? What's good? How y'all living out there?
Man, we are doing good, man. And we are going to jump into quite a bit of stuff today. Quite a bit of interesting things that have actually been going on right now. So we are going to talk about it here and just basically try to get some clarification on what's happening, man. I mean, that's really all. I think we need to get you up in the microphone here. Can you say something again, sir? On the microphone?
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, you might just need to get up on the mic when you're speaking, that's all. But anyway, here, I played a video for you guys here a couple of days back, and this is when Facebook wouldn't give me the opportunity to air this. This was actually an interview that I found very interesting. And one thing I want to let you guys know in advance, before I'd even done any research on the interview, I can tell that this guy is from Dr. Stephen Greer's, or I think is it Greer, his name?
Yes.
That was actually discussing the UFOs and how they dematerialize out of the space and whatnot. So I can tell that he was from that particular group. But I want to go ahead and play that for you guys here so you can kind of see what they're disclosing, check out the information if you haven't already seen it already. So I'll go ahead and play that, and you guys tell me what you think on this one. But here we go.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here. This is Houston. Say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
Hi, my name's Emery Smith. I'm 46 years old. I was in the United States Air Force for 5.5 years, active duty, and reserve for 2 years and inactive for another 2 years. And in and out of different types of projects as a civilian after that, because of my clearance and because of the job I held with them and other corporations that were funded by the government. I joined the military when I was 18 years old. I was in auxiliary of the Air Force when I was 13, and also was in Army ROTC before that. I was in the military for about 5.5 years active duty. I did another 2.5 years of reserve, and then another 2 years of inactive. And that's kind of how I got started with the United States Air Force, and also these compartmentalized projects, moonlighting in the evenings while being active duty and working for these underground labs that were owned by major corporations that were renting and leasing places on the base to do this type of work. And a lot of these were, of course, underground facilities. It was mostly tissue specimen examination and dissecting and taking parts of specimens. And I've done over 3,000 different specimens, not whole bodies, but you know, just different parts of body tissues and whatnot to send for testing. They were testing everything. I wasn't really allowed to, in the early years, know anything about what I was dissecting. All I know is I had to go in there, take this part of this tissue, or dissect this nerve, or take this blood sample from this this specimen, and then send it away for testing. The technology I witnessed in the programs that were suppressive, that were suppressed still to this day, are things like anti-gravity, zero-point energy, a lot of 3D holographic imaging. Of course, there's a lot of devices that were reverse engineered by these corporations from government retrieved downcraft and extraterrestrial DNA, along with hybrid DNA from these specimens. that they use to make pharmaceuticals and to make cures with, and things like that. So there's always a positive and negative. They might make a gun with one thing, but the same device is used to kill cancer, you know, on a different wavelength, but the same technology. So these things are all suppressed. So we don't have to live like we do now. We could actually have a lot of abundance as far as medical technologies, the cures for diseases, the abundance of water and food for everyone, and housing if these technologies were released, and of course energy, you know, free energy for everyone, and for all of our devices, so we wouldn't have to rely on gas, coal, and oil. I witnessed many different craft in these projects. I was actually working with the bodies and the craft because they're connected.
This renewable energy, and it's a bunch of people living that they don't want to be alive, pretty much.
Huh. Now that's scary to think about.
It is. It's scary to think about. It's sad, but it's true. You know, they want to eliminate more than half of us.